Daven and Andrew's wacky word of the day.
Yeah, today's wacky word is rhino-erotic.
Rhino-erotic.
Hell yeah.
Well, rhino-erotic. I'm going to go straight off the bat with what it sounds like. It sounds like rhino porn. Have you been looking up rhino porn, Andrew?
No, it is not rhino porn.
Okay, well, it's a fetish for rhinestones then, you know, like the fake gems. So it's like, oh my god, yeah, put some more rhinestones on that dress. Oh, yeah.
No, it's nothing to do with that.
Not a fetish for rhinestones.
No.
Well, rhinoplasty is like plastic surgery, right?
Yep.
So it must be a fetish for plastic surgery. God, they would have loved Michael Jackson's nose, those rhino-erotic people.
No, it's nothing to do with that.
Well, that's all I can come up with.
Well, your first sort of answer is sort of a little bit.
Rhino porn? Really?
Rhino-erotic, I'll tell you, is anything to do with rhinoceros.
Oh.
It's just to do with a rhinoceros.
Well,
it's an
the erotic part is what throws you off, though.
Yeah, I know.
It sounds like rhino porn.
Yeah, but it's not rhino.
I bet if I googled rhino-erotic right now, it'd come up with rhino porn. Rhino-erotic.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's spelling rhino right.
Rhinocerotic. No, there's no rhino porn. Sorry, you were right.
I know. Of course I am. You have to question that.
I should have just listened to your superior wacky words knowledge. I'm sorry, Andrew.
Devin, have you done any inappropriate behaviour lately? Done anything you shouldn't have?
Never in my life.
I don't believe that. Well, 1 second.
No, yes, I'm inappropriate all the time.
Well, my inappropriate behaviour normally sort of surrounds laughing.
Yeah.
And laughing at the wrong times. And
like at funerals?
I haven't laughed at a funeral.
Never laughed at a funeral? Or?
No, but during the news break the other day I laughed during a story and it was sort of about some people died and I couldn't stop
diarrhea,
laughing.
and then you laughed and like, by the way, 100 people just died.
I know, that was very inappropriate. Also, I used to laugh at school assemblies. Like just sitting there and I'd start laughing and just sort of that, I just couldn't stop, laughing
you're
like that.
You're a little giggleberry, aren't you?
Yeah, and often when I'm nervous about something, I do laugh.
Okay.
Now, and it's very uncontrollable. And yesterday, I want to tell you that on the bus I took to get to the train station, I was sitting there, all just calm. I was quite calm.
Yeah.
And then this lady got on the bus, and I looked at her, and I looked at her hair, and I thought, oh shit, that's odd.
Yeah.
And
what was wrong with her hair?
Well, I tell you what. Her hairstyle was a cross between a porcupine and the scene on Something About Mary when Cameron Diaz wipes human male excrement.
Jizz.
No, not excrement. A male
semen. Come
semen.
on,
we can be mature. Sort of stuck up a little bit, and then I just turned to my right, and a lady was there, and she was thinking the same thing. Oh my god, what has she done?
So
that lady.
You guys were laughing at her.
And then she sort of put a little raised her lip smirk, and then I just went off and I laughed and laughed and laughed, and she laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed, and I was trying to hide my head in the jacket, everything. And
no. So this lady goes out and you just ridicule her.
We did ridicule her a
being
little
who she
bit.
is with her own hairstyle.
A little bit. And and so then I realised, shit, I've got to get off this bus before this lady gets off.
Yeah.
And I think she knew we were laughing about her because she went like a...
She went bright red.
She was like a beetroot with spikes coming out the top. Basically, that's what it was like. And so I whispered to the lady next door and I said, help me, how am I going to get off? And she laughed again. And so then when it came to the stop, I sprinted from the back of the bus to the front of the bus and got off. And that is my inappropriate laughing story.
Maybe her family could get her a haircut voucher for Christmas.
Well, if she had a haircut voucher, she'd had nothing left.
Get a proper haircut.
Cut the spike bit off the front.
Or maybe that'd be an improvement.
I wonder what happened on a rainy day. That spike would just sort of droop.
Yeah, it would
Her
be.
spikes were very erect. But it wasn't just like spikes all over. It was just like...
one big one at the front?
Everyone
she was like a unicorn, basically.
Everyone get your palm, put it on your forehead, put your fingers up. That's what it was like.
Oh my goodness. This is the curious case of the man who fell out of the sky, literally just dropped out of the sky.
After an adventure, no doubtedly.
Yes, kind of. Well, it was in London, and people were just waking up this Sunday morning, ready to go about the business, go get their papers, take the dog for a walk, and all of a sudden this African man fell out of the sky. just dropped out of nowhere, hit the ground, and he died.
Well, how did that happen, Daven?
Well, it turns out he was actually a stowaway on a plane, and the plane was coming into land, and it lowered its landing gear, and obviously he was hiding in the landing gear department, and he just fell out.
Holy moly.
So, that's what they do in movies, with the action hero, and they're driving up in the car, and he's like, I need to jump onto the landing gear, and he jumps on, last minute, very appropriate music for this, and then the landing gear goes up, and the plane takes off, and he's all goods. But, so I don't know if that's what this man did, but he was hiding in that compartment, and it was the death of him.
Well, it just goes to show that hiding in strange places isn't a good idea sometimes, is it?
It's not. If you're going to stow away, find a better hiding spot than in the landing gear, because you might end up dropping out of the sky and splatting as well.
Like in Taylor Swift's luggage. She's always after someone new, a new man, isn't she?
Well, yeah, she does move house. She pretty much moves next door to all her boyfriends. It's a bit weird, so yeah.
Yes, it is very...
Yeah, if you hid in Taylor Swift's luggage, you get to see a lot of the world.
You would too, because she gets around.
Oh, yeah.
She gets around. Apparently Cheryl Cole, she is suing the X Factor.
Who?
You know Cheryl Cole. You do know Cheryl Cole. Let me remind you.
Cheryl Cole.
You know who she is, don't you?
Oh, yeah, this song. Yeah.
Oh, Cheryl Cole, she's suing X Factor for $2.3 million, even though they fired her before she even appeared on the show.
Because it's a terrible show?
No, because they couldn't understand her accent in the States.
What? So wait, is she from, England?
Yeah, she's from England. She's got a Geordie accent, and, he can hardly understand it.
All right, then, Gov.
No,
No,
it's not like that.
No.
Anyway, she... apparently she's suing them because she had a pay and play contract, which means even if she didn't appear on it, they still had to pay her out, and for 2 seasons. So she's wanting to get paid for this year, even though she only appeared on 1 or 2 episodes of X Factor USA last year.
Wow. How do I get a gig like that to get paid to not be on TV?
Apparently the producers, are they crazy or what, agreed to pay her $100,000 a wardrobe allowance for 1 season, $25,000 for a stylist, $15,000 per month for renting in LA, and they also agreed to pay her $2,500 for general living expenses.
Wow. I wish they'd pay me that much to sing. I'm not a very good singer.
Well, she's not even singing. She's got to sit there and go, oh, you're crap.
Oh,
you're good.
Just as a judge?
Yeah, she was just a judge.
I could do that.
Yeah, so she's all antsy about it, and she's trying to get her money.
Well, if they said they'd give her money, then I guess she's got a case.
Oh, yeah, but, yeah.
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 People getting overpaid to do F4.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are. I'm just looking at a picture of Cheryl there. She looks a bit old.
Really?
She looks quite good, actually.
You reckon she does? Because look.
Yeah, have a look.
Oh, she looks like Cher.
Yeah, she doesn't look good in that photo.
No.
Maybe she's all worried because she wants her $2.3 million because her recording, her singing, her singing career is actually not that much good. She's only had 1 song in 2 years that made it anywhere.
Maybe she could use that $2.3 million to get a haircut by the looks of it.
Like the woman on the bus.
Yeah!
Should stand out.
Maybe everyone should just get a haircut this Christmas.
Yeah.
In our studio, we've got a big pinboard and we've got a big poster of the Avengers on it, don't we?
We do have that.
Yes, it's the Avengers movie poster. And now, someone has come in and they've drawn some hipster glasses on Iron Man.
Little vandals.
With the quote, superpowers are too mainstream.
Are they? Just little vandals.
Yes,
they are.
well, I have to admit, Andrew, because I came in this morning and you're like, look at this, look at what some vandals done. They've come and vandalised this poster.
Yep.
I have to admit to you right now, it was me.
What?
Yeah, I wrote that on the poster.
Were you a vandal?
I thought it would be funny. I thought people would come in and because Iron Man's the only one who doesn't have any real superpowers.
Is that why you're looking a bit sort of shooting?
That's why I was
vandals.
That's why
I think it's just vandalising. I was going to town about being vandals.
Really? Because I actually I thought it'd be kind of funny because Iron Man doesn't have any superpowers.
No,
he is a bit of a hipster.
Yep, I was just banging on about this vandal that's been in the studio defacing a poster.
So I actually want to get a bit of feedback from listeners. So if you think it's funny or you think it's inappropriate, I want to hear back from you. You can go to our Facebook page at facebook.com/Daven Dav and Andy. And leave a comment on our wall, give us a like, and tell us if you think it's inappropriate or not, because it's a bit split decision here between me and Andrew.
That's totes inappropriate, Daven.
You think it's inappropriate?
Lack of respect.
Well, I mean, Avengers has been out for a while, and I just thought someone might come into the studio and have a little bit of a laugh about it.
All I want to know is if there was a poster of Taylor Swift there, what we'd be drawing on that one.
Oh yeah, I bet you'd love to deface that one.
The beat should have a beard any second.
I would do the old put pins and strings around like all the celebrities she's been with. Just put photos of all them.
Oh no!
Now it's time to talk about what kids really want for Christmas.
They want lots of stuff, don't they?
Oh yes. Well, they've had NZ Post have received quite a few letters to Santa this year. And a few of them were actually had some pretty good ideas for what they want for Christmas. One of them said, "You can give me anything you want to except used chewing gum."
Oh.
So that's not a very fussy kid. Another one was, "Please may I have a present? I would like a blue one."
Well, they're not asking for much, are they?
No, these ones aren't
not
asking for much. I'm a boy and would like boy presents because I'm a boy, says another one. This year... Then they get a bit more demanding after that. This year, can I please have a real tiger and a real dog? I promise I'll look after the tiger and won't let it eat my cats. Well, at least they're going to be responsible about it.
That's good. That's good.
Can I please have some chocolate that comes back when you eat it all? One asks. I would probably like some of that as well if you're listening, Santa.
So it's like in the never-ending chocolate bar.
Never-ending chocolate bar, yes. I would like to turn into a mermaid, says another one. Bit harder, bit further up there, but Santa should be able to pull it off, I reckon.
Yeah.
One asks for quite a lot of things, but then says, "It's a lot, but I figure you're quite rich as you have to buy presents for every single person in the world, so maybe you can give me some money as well if you don't mind."
Well, isn't that just nice?
Some kids, eh? Another suggested moderation. Please sneak into my house and try not to wake me and don't get too drunk on the beers.
Well, that's sensible, because we can't have Santa driving his sleigh drunk driving.
No, he might crash it. I will leave you a treat, Santa, as I think you are getting too skinny. Don't tell Mrs. Claus.
Oh.
These kids. And probably my favourite one. Dear Santa, I love you. Can you please make me dance like the Gangnam guy? He is cool.
No.
So some kids just want to be able to dance like Psy for Christmas.
They do. XFM, turn it up, that's Usher, yeah, music on the way, Neo, Our City Colour at Gibson.
Man, I remember that song being at the primary school discos.
Yeah.
I was like, hit the dance floor.
Dancing up a storm, mate,
grab
Daven.
some jolly drinks and some dollar chippies and, jam out to that song.
Yeah.
Anyway, Today is a lot of people's birthdays.
Yep.
Some famous ones. Jermaine Jackson.
From the famous Jackson family, Michael Jackson's older brother.
I don't actually know. Is that who they are?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Apparently they're coming to New Zealand soon for a tour.
Really?
Yeah. What if they bring in Michael with them?
Oh.
No, they can't bring Michael with them. But didn't they, for a while there, they didn't know where to put Michael after he died?
Yeah, where did they end up putting him, do you know?
I don't know. I thought they just stored him in that gold coffin and thought, bring him out on occasion.
Maybe.
Let's take him to New Zealand, they'll say.
I've heard of weirder things happening with dead bodies, so...
yeah.
Anyway, we should move on.
Yep.
Nikki Sixx from Motley Crue, it's also his or her birthdays, I'm not sure.
I was trying to do Motley Crue singing.
Oh, I don't know, I can't remember.
That sounded like a
Crue.
Screaming cat, though.
Yeah, it did.
Oh.
It sounded like the screaming pussy.
Yeah. Whoa.
So, yep, Nikki Sixx, his or her birthday. So if you're a bogan... There's an excuse to celebrate and have a bourbon.
And there are many bogan out there, especially West Auckland.
But like bogans need an excuse to have a bourbon.
Probably a few bogans in Wainuamata.
My cousin's married to a bogan, so yeah.
Yeah, and there's bogans everywhere.
Definitely. So those are the birthdays for today. So happy birthday to those guys, and also happy birthday to anyone else whose birthday it is today.
That's right. Right now, Justin Bieber, Nicki Minaj, Beauty and a Beat, XFM. There is more than 300 dogs have had their teeth brushed in Hong Kong at the same time in an attempt to set a new world record for the most canines having their pearly whites cleaned at the same time.
Oh my goodness.
What is the world
There
coming
are
to?
some records for some crazy stuff.
Like, Is it changing my life that 300 dogs got their teeth brushed?
Not really. It probably doesn't really change their lives either.
Like, they're coming up with world records for everything.
I could set a world record for something ridiculously menial, like
what?
I could do that star jumps requires too much effort. I don't know, but I could think of something really dumb to set a world record for, like switching a power outlet on and off the most times in 1 minute.
You could do that. Oh, we had a bit of a jump in the music.
Ooh.
What happened there?
Ooh.
I don't know. Well, apparently these owners, they had 312 dogs actually turned up, and they had to brush their teeth for 3 minutes using a special gel and brush.
Okay. Do they use the same brush for every dog? Or
No, they had to do it all at the same time. So one dog, one owner, brushing away.
Okay,
brushing their dog's
it's
teeth.
just a bunch of... that's kind of meh. It's like one of those weird records. It's not even really that impressive. It's just like, why would you waste that time?
Here's dog brushing dogs' teeth.
I don't think dogs care either way.
Next minute they'll be doing weird records for the most amount of people cleaning their ears with content.
I reckon they could set a world
thing.
record for the most amount of cats patted at the same time.
I wonder if they've got a world record for the most people that are like
A world record for the people who break the most stupidest world records.
What
How
about
that?
picking nose picking? How many people could get to pick their nose at the same time? And let's get a world record for it.
Yeah.
And
T5.
to get a bonus point, you got to eat it.
Oh, yeah.
XFM, turn it up. That's Neo. Let Me Love You.
That's right, it was. Definitely.
It was.
I heard it in everything, so I'll justify that was indeed Let Me Love You by Neo.
Thank you for just making sure I said it correctly.
Yep, you did.
Yep.
So, well done.
Yep. I think you were going to give us a station liner, Daven.
Oh, and I thought you were going to do the station liner.
No, I thought you were going to do the station liner.
Well, this is awkward. I haven't prepared a station liner because I thought you were preparing one.
No, well, I thought you were doing it.
No, you said you were going to do a liner and I was supposed to chime in, but I thought you were the one.
Okay. Coming on Saturday mornings, you can check out all the latest XFM Best Bits.
Best tits.
No, Best Bits, Daven.
Oh, you got me excited.
No, XFM Best Bits. So all the crazy stuff that's happened throughout the week on XFM, you can listen to it on Saturday mornings, and the time is, I think, 8 till 10.
Yep.
And,
like
if you want to lie back in your bed, get some slave to make you a cup of tea,
Yeah.
some toast, turn on the radio, and you can hear crazy stuff that's happened throughout the week.
Including us, because, yeah. Why not listen to us on a Saturday morning?
You always want to repeat, don't you?
Yeah, you gotta. We're classics, man. You're gonna want to listen to that. In fact, you might want to record it onto a CD and then sell it in about 50 years when it'll be worth a lot.
I would say we are the best show on this radio station at the moment.
Oh, big cool, big cool.
We are.
I'm not part of that.
Yeah.
Don't get angry at me, other announcers.
And after you've listened to the best bits, you could have a good time.
Yes, and then you could get ready to go out on Saturday night, go town or something.
You could.
Be like, yeah, I listened to Daven and Andrew this morning. I had the best parts of the day, and then you're going to have a really good time in town because you listened to us and you're in a positive mind frame.
And then when you get to the nightclub, you could listen to a really cheesy song like this one.
Yes, or you can play some of our highlights to people at the bar and be like, hey, these guys are cool. I listened to them, and they'll be like, wow, you got good taste, and then they'll go home with you. It's win-win. It's time for that new segment.
Yes.
I bet you've done this.
I might have done it.
This came from yesterday. So I bet you've done this. I bet you've competed with a stranger.
Oh, yes, I have.
Like maybe you're in a restaurant and you want to finish your meal before someone else, or maybe you're at the urinal and you want to finish peeing before the other dude.
Well, I haven't done those things.
Really?
No.
Well, it's just those times when your competitive streak gets the best of you. And what brought this up was I was going out for a run yesterday, and I finished, and I was like, oh, I might go a bit further because I did it pretty quick today. So I went out running for a little bit longer, and I bumped into another runner who was running the same path as me for a little bit.
Did you physically bump into him? Or
No.
Sort
I just because I came down from a side street and we just sort of merged into the same street, and
your
so
paths met.
yes, I let him. We literally ended up about 2 meters apart. So I just stayed behind him, and I was going to let him go. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to race this guy.
It was almost love at first sight.
It was, yes. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. And so I just kept on his heels for a bit, about 2 meters behind him, just kept a good pace. And we were both going pretty. I think he knew what I was up to, and he had me running behind him, so he kept a pretty fast pace, probably a bit faster than I could maintain for very long. So one of us was going to have to give soon, and we got halfway down there and he started to slip, so I shot forward and I beat him to the bottom of the hill.
Oh, that's bloody good of you.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I've won. So has there been a time where you've competed with a stranger, Andrew?
Well, yeah, like, it's not really a stranger, it's people that I knew. When I used to work at a supermarket,
Yeah.
I always, a very long time ago, I used to be a checkout person.
Oh,
Just
yeah?
scan the groceries. And I used to play a little game as how much groceries could I scan more than the other person in front of me?
Yeah.
And
So you're doing the whole, they're going like, boop, 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 and then meanwhile you hear them going, boop, 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 boop. Yeah, speed!
Yeah, I was speeding through the groceries, and then in the end it was quite good because then people knew they could come to my checkout and
Yeah.
be served really fast, and all these other people used to...
You were the quick to go to guy, was it?
Yeah, I was, and because what happened was they used to get totals on how much everyone, scanned through the checkout.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was used to be the highest.
Did you get Employee of the Month?
No, I didn't get that.
Oh, but you
you know.
should have.
Yeah.
You didn't do it too fast, did you? You didn't end up throwing like cans on top of cartons of eggs and
No,
stuff?
I was very good with people's groceries. I
Okay.
didn't damage them.
Treated them alright? Oh,
Not
that's-
like some people these days, and there's a bit of a rant for those people at, I won't say the supermarket, but there's a new one open in Newtown.
Oh, yes.
Got a
certain
clue.
One with a family that recently had a dad made redundant.
That's right, we won't say the name, but down.
No, we definitely won't count down to that name.
Well, anyway, I go to that supermarket, and this girl there, and she's throwing my apples and bananas, everything across the checkout, and then she holds them up and go, let's it go, and goes kaplunk in the bag, and that really
so
gives
Deb
me
bruised apples and stuff this week.
Yep, so next time she does it, I'm going to say something to her.
Yeah, you should. It's like, oi, be careful with my banana, girl.
Yeah, don't you mash that up. You'll have something unexpected happen. That's what I'll say to her. That's
Okay.
what I'll bloomin' say.
Sounds like a threat, but...
Yeah, it is a threat. It's a bloomin' big threat. In a not very breaking news story.
Yeah, newsy intro.
Yeah, 200,000 Aucklanders, broadband customers, have been cut off this morning. Had the internet cut off.
Oh, no. By
And-
who?
Oh, Telecom, of course. And it occurred at a vital time after 1 a.m. And you know what goes on in Auckland after 1 a.m.?
Yeah.
They're all, those Jaffers are on the internet.
Yeah.
They're downloading stuff. They are.
No post 1 a.m. porn for them.
No, there's not.
Oh, no. What do you reckon happened? Maybe someone at Telecom got and knocked out a plug by accident. Now they're like, crap, someone knocked a plug out. We have to find it. And now they have to wait for the internet to reboot. And then it doesn't work, when you restart the modem. So you have to turn it off for 10 seconds and turn it back on again. I wonder if they've tried that yet.
How do they know that 200,000 people lost internet access? Did 200,000 people think in the middle of the night, shit, I better check my internet, I'll ring, and then
yes.
it's not working, so they ring up.
I have to check my emails at 2 a.m. But, oh, no, internet's not working.
That's
Damn it.
why we believe that something else is going on in the morning like that. That's how they knew the internet wasn't going.
Maybe Telecom just used up all their internet this month, and now everyone has to go into dial-up, and that's why.
Yeah. Because things go slow on dial-up. It's painfully slow.
Yeah, painfully slow. In fact, so slow that if you're on dial-up, you probably just think your internet wasn't working these days. Remember back in the days when it took like 5 minutes to get onto the internet because you had to do the...
I do remember that, and it took another 20 minutes just to download your first email, just about.
Oh, I was a kid back then, yes. I'd go into the Cartoon Network game website, had to make 10 minutes for that game to load.
And the quote of the morning from Telecom, they say, Telecon. I tell you something, my nanny used to call them Telecon. She still does. She calls them Telecon. Telecon. Anyway, the quote of the morning, and it's totally unbelievable, is the person from Telecom says, it's unlikely the fault will reoccur. Whatever.
Right, we've
Whatever.
heard that one before.
Yeah, and we'll soon know about it because those Auckland Jaffers, they won't be able to be doing their early morning antics on the internet.
I'm going up there in about a week, so they'd better fix it before I get up there because I'll die without the internet.
You will.
I'll shrivel into a little internetless ball and pass away.
Now, Daven, have you ever tried to be asleep and try to fake sleep so someone won't get you to do something?
Oh yeah, all the time. Like when I can hear my grandparents were doing something upstairs back when I lived with them, I'd be like, oh shit, better look like I'm asleep. Oh no, leave Daven alone, he's asleep, and they walk off.
Yeah. Well, this crazy guy in Martinborough, of all places, thought he could get away with doing some dodgy stuff and going to his bed. That's where the police found him,
Right.
pretending to be asleep.
My goodness.
Well, he didn't do a good job of hiding,
Obviously
really.
it didn't work. Yeah.
No, he was arrested and charged with dangerous driving, failing to stop, and driving while forbidden.
So he did the old Snow White. Was it Snow White?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very juvenile, isn't it? Very juvenile. That's a kid thing to do. Go
is
and
that's what you
hide
do.
in your
Oh,
bed and
quick,
pretend to
hide.
be asleep. Oh.
That's got to be one of the worst ways to hide from the police I've ever seen. In your bed.
Yeah, I wonder how the police found him. Wonder if they had a sniffer dog.
Yeah, maybe. Oh, yeah, they just. I just woke up. They're like, no, you bloody didn't.
You
I
haven't
just
been-
saw you run into your house.
Yeah, there's crazy stuff. That's
Plus,
Martinborough for
who
you.
sleeps in a balaclava and boots? Really? I assume he was wearing a balaclava because that's what all baddies wear.
Yeah, baddies wear balaclavas.
Yeah.
But there are some baddies who wear white shirt baddies as well.
Okay.
They pretend to be good, but they're
Harry
not.
the Goat is he's actually quite famous. He's a very special goat at a place called Lindale Farm. I was actually kicked out of there earlier this year, but that's a different story.
Okay, we better not go into that then.
Yes, no. The Barry the Goat has a deformed face, and the other animals don't really like him. And he recently climbed onto a picnic table and broke his leg when he fell off.
Yeah.
So the people at Lindale Farm set up a donation box for his vet bill, but some mongrels, as Graham Bell would say, broke into the barn, trashed it, and stole the vet money.
No, he would say flaming mongrel.
Some flaming mongrels have broken into a barn and stolen this goat's vet money. Yeah.
Oh no.
So the farmers say they'll do anything to raise money for him except get naked. But it turns out they don't have to because he has his own bank account set up for donations now. And Barry the Goat's also been on the news, so he's more famous than me.
You know those farmers probably want to get naked, eh? They say they don't, but they probably
They
do.
explicitly said they'll do anything to get the money except get naked.
Oh, come on, I don't believe that at all.
They should make a poster.
They should make a
Get
poster.
a sexy farm girl poster. Anyway, if you'd like to donate, you can contact them at lindalefarm@gmail.com. Get yourself some good karma over the Christmas season.
Yeah, that'll be a nice thing to do to help Barry the Goat.
Barry
beat bills.
the Goat. Yes. It's time for something you probably didn't know.
Okay.
Now, this is going to get me in trouble with a few pharmacies, I believe, and maybe Vicks aren't going to like me very much after this either.
All those big pharmaceutical companies are going to be after you,
Yeah.
Daven, because you're going to reveal a secret.
Yes, a very trade secret, and that is that honey is better than cough syrup for
What?
treating coughs. That's right, just average everyday honey. They tested it on about 100 kids, and they all found that honey worked a lot better than cough syrup. Just a spoonful of honey.
That's very interesting to know that.
So I don't think you can get as drugged up on honey as you can on cough syrup.
You know what they'll
No.
do now, won't you? Those pharmaceuticals, they'll buy all the bees in the world so they can control the honey supply.
They'll have to start selling honey because now everyone's going to stop buying all the cough syrup.
They'll buy buy bees.
Yeah, and just a fun fact
Honey instead.
while we're on the topic of getting effed up on cough syrup is that
Yeah.
Jägermeister, you know, the stuff you do shots of when you want to get messed up, mixed in with a bit of Red Bull.
Yeah.
That was actually invented as a German cough medicine.
Oh my goodness.
So that's a bit of a double whammy of something you probably didn't know today.
Yep, they ended
I
up.
spoil you, don't I?
Those Germans ended up with something they didn't really think they're going to get.
Yeah, so if you're going to buy some cough syrup, don't get some honey and save your money. Hey, that rhymes! So honey is better than cough syrup, and Andrew,
Yes.
that is something you probably
Didn't
know.
After the break, Ed Sheeran, Give Me Love, you're with XFM. Devin, did you happen to catch what's going on up in the far north?
Incest? No, that's south. Sorry.
No, I won't say the city because I'll get all these emails saying, "Oh, how do you say that about Invercargill?"
Anyway.
What is happening up in up north is, you know, the New Zealand's got a talent judge, Jason Kerrison.
Yes, also
And-
singer of Op Shop.
He lead singer Op Shop and the guitarist, whatever he does. He is creating a bunker up there.
Yep.
He's-
What for?
He's creating a bunker to avoid the impending 21st of December 5,125 year cycle on the Mayan calendar.
Oh, are you serious?
That's not the only bad decision he's made this year. The first one was appearing on New Zealand's Got Talent.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
so he's even got, him and his crew of people, they've got 3 years worth of food store.
Oh my goodness.
And they've got a fresh water supply available to them 24/7.
what do they think's going to happen on the 21st? Do they think everything's going to erupt into a fireball?
I don't know, but they've chosen this place because it is the less likely place in New Zealand to be affected by tsunamis, tidal flows, or sea risings and things like this. And apparently it is like quite a far away from fault lines. So
Right,
they're trying to
so-
avoid slipping, quote, like a peel on an orange into the sea.
Okay, so Jason Kirsten's a nut job, basically. So
Well, no,
he's
he's
that.
he's sort of a half a nut job.
Half a nut job.
He's half a nut job because
just
he
a nut
says
then.
he's an apocalyptimist.
Apocalyptic.
So basically, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen.
Well, I guess if it does happen, then he's going to be the one laughing. But in the more likely event that it doesn't happen, we're all going to be laughing at him, you bloody fool.
I wonder if he's got any spaces for like fans or people like us.
Maybe. Well, if there's an apocalypse, I'm going to head up to Jason Kirsten's special bunker then.
Yeah, well, I don't know if he's going to tell anyone where it is. It's going to be
Actually,
a concrete bunker, even.
Right. Well, I'm going to be in Auckland on the day that's supposed to happen, so I might just go chill with them. If
You
it
might
does.
hitch a ride. Might hitch a ride.
Yeah, might jump on the apocalypse bandwagon. I can't say that word. Apocalypticus.
I just want to apologise now before any complaints come in or through the Broadcasting Standards Authority by implying that things go on in Invercargill.
This is pretty cool. It's about an app that sends if someone tries to unlock the phone, it takes a picture and emails it to you. So
Well, that's great.
yeah, this lady she lost her iPhone and she ended up getting a picture of the thief emailed to her, the thief's face.
I might get that because I have trouble at home all the time, and you probably get it for iPad as well.
Yeah, probably.
Whereas my children try and break into my iPad.
Don't they know your code?
No,
Come on, even I know your code.
I know you know it, but
Yep.
they don't know it. I'll tell you why they don't know it,
Okay.
because if I just leave it around, they're on there doing stuff,
Like,
just playing games and stuff, and it just
oh,
annoys me.
those little.
Yeah, I just
little
think
buggers
they should
playing
ask,
games.
you know, Dad, can I use your iPad, please?
Oh, fair call.
Instead of just trying to
so they
break
don't know
in.
that the code's 0000.
No, they don't know that, Daven. I'm gonna have to change it now.
Well, I think just zooming in and out on this photo is a lot more fun than any of the apps that. But anyway, yes, this is a great new app, and yes, that automatically sends pictures of the thief's face.
That'd be great.
So yeah, you'd be able to see which one of your kids has been trying
to break in.
into your iPad. And it's like, oh, I'm onto you. So yeah, it doesn't. Yeah.
You know, you can set your iPhone or your iPad if people try and break in with, you know, using code.
Yeah.
To actually delete everything on board. It's like the Mission Impossible.
Right. Oh, so it's like wipe everything before
Yeah.
they get to it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'd hate for them to find that I got a high score on Angry Birds, so just wipe it.
Yeah, it wipes the whole lot. Just in
Okay.
case you have little photos on there, selfies or
Selfies, some embarrassing selfies. Yeah.
Yeah, they look through your internet history, see what you've been up to, you know, things like that.
Yeah. Fair cool.